Hej alle mansen! Velkommen til min history om Denmark. Or, hello everyone, welcome to my history of Denmark. Denmark is a very important country to understand when understanding the larger picture of world history. It goes beyond the Danish language, sounding like a person is eating a potato while talking to you. Without further ado, here is the history of Denmark. On May 21st, 1941, in the swamps outside the town of Kjolbjerg, the mummified body of the Kjolbjerg Man, as it was called, was found. Now, I know some people are uneasy and queasy around photos of mummies, so I won't show it, but I unfortunately saw it. It was quite nasty, so I won't show pictures of it. Anyways, this mummy was dated to 8,000 BCE, which makes it 10,000 years old, which means it is by far the oldest human remain in Denmark and Scandinavia. This marks the beginning of the country we call Denmark. In 1950, near Silkeborg, another small town in Denmark, yet another mummy was found, which I won't show yet again. Denmark is known for its mummies, which are called bog bodies. This is because most of its mummies are found in bogs or swamps. These preserve the mummies, which is why they aren't skeletons. This particular mummy, called the Talon Man, was found in 500 BCE, or 2,005 years ago. This mummy also won't be shown. This mummy is fairly famous amongst mummy enthusiasts, if that's a thing. I guess I used to be one, but I stopped because it's kind of creepy. This mummy gave scientists a world into what it was like for Iron Age Denmark, which included a lot of sacrifices, including this man, who is found to have a noose around his neck. In fact, this mummy is so well preserved, his face is like he's sleeping, and the rope is still around his neck, so creepy stuff. Let's move on from mummies, shall we? At about 200, the Romans arrived in Denmark. No, they didn't conquer Denmark and the Danes. They just wanted to do some trading and business. They traded with the Proto-Danes. A few years ago, these Roman glasses were found, including the one I'm showing above. So yeah, good job escaping the Romans, Proto-Danes. Nothing really happened for another 600 years, until the 800s. Folks, we've reached the Danish Viking Era. The Danish Vikings were the ones that gave us all the modern stereotypes, including them all being tall, having long hair, like something out of Metallica, and having horned helmets, which is not true. Vikings never wore horned helmets. At least most of them didn't. This misconception came from a painting from the 1800s. Get it right, people. Let's move on. In 9/11 in Normandy, once again, watch my History of Norway video for more info, or my History of the UK video. The Viking king Rollo the Great, quite famously, took power. He was the first of the important Viking kings of the Danes. He then had an idea. How about he makes Denmark a kingdom? And so he did. He showed the rest of Europe that Denmark was a force to be reckoned with. From now on, Denmark was the Kingdom of Denmark, and it still is today. In 986, Sweyn Forkbeard, yeah, they have some funny names, became King of Denmark. What was his first act as king? Would it be keep order? Wrong. He blackmailed Ethelred the Unready of England and then bankrupted England, causing a severe, no good, very bad debt, which took England 350 years to pay off. So have at it, Forkbeard. By 1100, many people in Europe were happy as the Viking Era ended because of, well, that one religion that was based on the man that got hammered on a T and was forced to T-pose. Of course, it is Christianity. From now on, Denmark and the Danes would be non-Viking and would be pro-Christian. Now for a legend. On June 15th, 1219, the Danish king Valdemar the Great was fighting on a crusade in what's now Estonia when supposedly Probably not, but supposedly a flag fell out of the skies from the heavens. It was named the Dannebrog because it gave them a victory. And ever since that day, 801 years ago, this flag has been the flag of Denmark. This makes it the world's oldest still used flag. 800 years, and it still looks stylish. Way to go, Dannebrog. On November 22nd, 1286, the Danish king, at least at the time, Erik V, was murdered. Ooh. This caused the kingdom of Denmark to find itself split, like completely split. The royalty on one hand and the nobles on the other hand were both fighting for more power and influence in the country. This lasted all the way until 1332, with the death of the next king, Christopher II. In 1360, a few kings down, King Valdemar, not Voldemort, conquered the Swedish held lands of Skåne, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and the island of Gotland, and hence, this reunified Denmark once again. In 1396, in lamest terms, Denmark basically founded the Kalmar Union. In reality, it was a mess and was very complicated. But in the end, we get a new country, which included Norway, Sweden, Iceland, the island of Greenland, and the Faroe Islands, which are north of the UK and are freezing cold. The Kalmar Union would rule all of these places until 1523. After the Kalmar Union fell, the Counts' feud, or the Danish Civil War as I call it, began. It was fought over religion. More specifically, the monarchy wanted Denmark to be Protestant or Lutheran, as the Reformation just happened, and they thought buying your way into heaven was so 1324. The bishops and the nobles wanted Denmark to be Catholic for the better part. The monarchy won, which ended Catholicism in Denmark. In 1657, Denmark and Sweden broke out into an intense war known as the First Northern War, although it's pretty obscure today. The Swedish were led by legendary king Charles X Gustav, and hence obliterated the Danes. This caused the Danes to sign the humiliating and dehumanizing Treaty of Roskilde. Poor Danes. From 1700 to 1721, Denmark fought against Sweden alongside Russia, or the Tsardom of Russia, in the Great Northern War. They won, and their trade and economy went through the roof. Nothing really happened for the rest of the 18th century, or 1700s if you're fancy. In 1803, that one overachiever emperor wannabe, Napoleon Bonaparte, began the Napoleonic Wars, which lasted until 1815. During it, Denmark teamed up with Napoleon and France and were extirpated. They lost 15,000 people. It was a horrible defeat. On June 5th, 1849, the unoriginally named June Constitution was signed, abolishing the monarchy's absolute status, because the Danish monarchy is so overrated and so outdated. Oh my god. During World War I, Denmark pulled to Switzerland and stayed neutral through the entire war. This proved to be a very good decision for Denmark, as their factories were revolutionized, making their economy go through the sky this time. World War II wasn't so fun for Denmark. During World War II, Nazi Germany, and that one man we all hate, occupied Denmark. 3,000 Danes died in World War II. Many Danes today look back on it as the worst time in their history. In 2019 summer, Mette Frederiksen became Prime Minister of Denmark. And with that, that is my history of Denmark. Thank you all so much for watching the history section. If you watched my previous video, my 60 subscribers special in the news section, you would know that I'm only doing history and Anthem videos in the same video from now on. No 2 videos every time, because that's a pain for me, and it's probably a pain for you. So I'm going to be doing the history and Anthem video in the same video from now on. Here is the Anthem of Denmark, Deret Yenig Land, or There is a Lovely Country. Enjoy. Thank you. And with that, thank you all so much for watching my History National Anthem of Denmark. My next history video will be coming out tomorrow. It's kind of like my anniversary thing where I make a video on the history of an anniversary of an event. There's an important event that happened yesterday, 100 years ago, but other than that, my next country is still in the air. So if you want me to do a certain country, the first person who leaves it in the comments will get chosen. It'll be coming out on the 20th, but if I get no suggestion, I have no country or video until the 26th. So once again, if you want to leave a suggestion for a country, leave it in the comments of this video. First person for next country. Thank you for watching.